champ in the UK Open qualifiers. And I think he could be pretty close tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his first win on the board. But against a man in Peter Wright who's full of confidence a week ago, taking out Van Gerwen in Cardiff.
And he'll be looking to extend that kind of confident run, and you have to win when you're winning. That's when you want to play. You want to maintain that feeling, that confidence. Kind of like what we saw Michael Smith talking about earlier in the night. It wasn't the greatest match, but that winning attitude certainly shone through.
100.
More new darts for Peter Wright, new points. Similar barrels, new points 100. For Peter Wright this week. I suppose the big surprise is when he sticks with a set of darts for 2 weeks running.
Well, we know what kind of darts that Peter uses, new darts.
60.
So a chance here maybe for Rob Cross. Yeah, all about pressure and the burden of being world champ.
108.
He's handling it, isn't he now? Made a huge difference for Cross at the weekend. Back in business at the UK Open qualifiers, reached a final and 2 semi-finals. In one of his games
82.
Averaged 118, and another averaged 114. It was much more like the darts of a world champion.
Well, if he can take this finish, it'll be convincing. A bull.
56.
And this is where Wright, if he can finish this 119, could really cause problems mentally for Rob Cross. Needs the treble 20. Oh, so Cross, a chance to clean up, but
59.
his doubling has not been good
25.
on the Premier League stages.
No. Chances like this in his first 2 games, he's missed. And he's missed again. And he can't afford to miss again. That's a really awkward lie. Which means that is a fantastic dart. That really is, well, arguably the best dart that Rob Cross has thrown in the Premier League so far. So important for so many reasons. And he can only see a third of the target.
Well, yeah, I don't get that. He stepped to the left and had half the top half of the double look at the hit. And if he had stepped to the right, he would have had the whole double. I really don't get that move, but it worked. That's the main thing.
$140.
Let's have a look at it again. That really is a great dart, because the flight actually was blocking more of the bed than you can possibly have seen there. It was the eye of a needle drop.
But he could have, if he stepped the other way, used that first dart, that first barrel, and had the whole thing open. But he's more comfortable with what he did. It certainly was an excellent hit.
140.
An important hit. One that sets him on the right course. Against Wright.
$100.
Yeah, the first 2 weeks, I mean, Michael Van Gerwen in the opening week in Dublin was just determined. Didn't matter how he did it, he was going to beat Rob Cross and beat him well, and he did.
123.
Like a week ago in Cardiff against Simon Whitlock,
64.
Rob Cross just couldn't handle the pressure. He is tonight, though.
125.
A bit of a bloop there on the bull shot. Peter Wright needs a treble. Step back, so he's likely to change to the treble 18 now. If he was going to use the 20s, he would have stayed there. Once again, Cross has opportunity to clean up. This time to hold his throw. Should have 2 darts once again. Yeah, so double 16. Again, it's a bit awkward. Again, he gets it.
Rob Cross. Third leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
Amazing what a bit of confidence can do. You know, under pressure last weekend,
55.
he went there having not won a match, struggling to qualify the world champion for the UK Open. But then enjoyed 3 brilliant days, and by all accounts from people who were there, was really playing well. But he needs to pick it up, and he needs to win here in the Premier League. Actually beat Peter Wright in the semi-final last weekend in those qualifiers. Then lost to Corey Cadby.
123.
Lost to Corey Cadby in the final, a young Aussie sweeping everyone aside, including John Part, I believe.
Yeah, well, the very first game of the day for him and for me. And it was my last.
60.
He did play very well, and he beat me 6-0 with 2 12s and an 11 dart leg just to start the day. I kind of had a feeling maybe he'd do well. Maybe not that well, but it was a great day for him.
138.
To lead 140.
Robbie Maguire, 140.
140 was the shot that beat Phil Taylor to win the World Championship. Treble 18, treble 18, and then the double 16. He's going his own way here.
128.
The upshot all of that is his left double 6.
Well, but he's more confident with the doubles at this point, but the double 6 is the one that gets you into kind of trouble.
134.
That double 3 if you go inside. So let's see how confident he is. Careful to be on the outside. And uses it perfectly.
Full leg is Rob to throw first.
Well, in the first 2 weeks, Rob Cross won only 3 legs in total. He didn't win, or hasn't won, a single leg against the throw. He's won 3 tonight, 2 of them against the darts.
100.
Well, let's be fair to Peter Wright. He really hasn't hit his stride in any way, shape, or form yet. You'd expect him at his best to have maybe taken one of those outshot opportunities in the first 2 legs. He never got a shot for the double even. He only needed 1 treble. And that is not Peter Wright.
Hasn't had a single shot at a double yet, Peter Wright.
125.
Much more like
96.
Rob Cross that we saw over those 2 weeks at the Alexandra Palace. 106 average. Certainly not the Peter Wright performance that we're used to.
140. Robbie Maguire, 125.
The bullseyes to start. So 60 for tops. Gives Peter a chance
105
to emulate
Peter Maguire, 136.
Gerwyn Price, who took this out earlier tonight. And that's a perfect first dart. Just floated it, didn't give it enough. That's the trouble with a pretty dart to follow. Sometimes you just think it's going to go all of its own accord. You still have to throw it.
Last year's Premier League runner-up in a spot of bother. He's got 2 darts for 4-0.
15.
Is that a turning point?
Yeah, and a player like Peter Wright, he's having a rough night. You can't let him get back on his feet like that. This could change the whole match right there.
Fifth leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
He's trying to smile, but I think he realizes what an error that could be.
Yeah, we shall see. He was coasting cross. Cruise control cross. Those 3 darts he missed for 4-0.
100.
Now can Peter Wright follow up?
Yeah, and on his throw. So a break and it allowed Peter to step right to the board, open with a ton. Okay, it's not spectacular, but he's pacing himself, and Cross couldn't match it. Lovely looking darts, but none of them in the treble.
Back-to-back tons for Peter Wright at the start of this leg. It was all going so well as well, wasn't it, for Rob Cross, the world champion was back in business.
You know, maybe you just lose a little focus. You start thinking, well, I'm cruising to a nice win here, and I'll fix my leg difference and everything. And then all of a sudden, the match itself comes into question. You have to focus on the main task, which is get a win.
The third 180.
Uruguay 161.
Which he doesn't really have to go for, but he might just. He's checking out the board now. He's going to stay there. Gives him an interesting choice.
105.
I think that's the best option. He should have 2 clear darts for a double top.
$97. Uruguay 56.
Get another leg back. Tops for Wright. Gets it right.
Peter Wright.
Well, it should have been 4-0. It's now 3-2. What an important leg this is, especially for the man throwing.
100. $140.
Oh, very good 140 to get ahead of Rob, who only got 100. But can he up the ante as well?
Great darts. Yeah, he knows it, and his opponent knows it. 4 180s, all hit by the world champion.
$96. $83.
Unlucky deflection with the last dart. But as it stands, very much in control of this 6th leg.
$95. Robbie Uruguay 138.
Just above that, and he'll leave tops. He likes to step to the left and then come across the top, 98. And he does so. Well done.
170.
Well, he wasn't far away, was he? Dare say Rob Cross wasn't looking.
Robbie Uruguay 40.
Massively important.
Gash on the 6th leg.
Great 13 darter, just to steady the ship somewhat here in Newcastle as Rob Cross chases his first point, let alone his first win.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I think Peter Wright now, this stage of the match, his goal is to get 1 point. Just get that 1 break back, walk off with the draw. He'll be happy enough against this caliber of Cross. It's much more like the world champion form he had at Ali Pali, and of course that's just not hit there. 33. What's going on?
Yet to hit a maximum.
180.
Of course, next week the sport
100.
The Premier League breaks new ground in Berlin. For the first time, the Premier League visits Germany. Peter Wright plays Gary Anderson. And Rob Cross takes on Raymond van Barneveld.
140.
Two of the standout matches in Berlin in a week's time. Good response here from Wright. Possible 11 darter.
Peter Wright, 47.
So double 16.
Game shot on the 7th leg. Peter Wright.
And he's looking much more comfortable than he did a few legs ago. He was slow to start in the match. Rob Cross took every advantage except for to go up 4-0. And that's what's given Peter Wright some hope here. Still go back to that 4th leg.
81.
Wright averaging 104. Rob Cross averaging 100. 3 darts and a double for Peter Wright. 3 hits. Didn't actually get a dart at a double until the 4th leg, and only then after his opponent missed 3 darts for a 4-0 lead.
97.
Good adjustment.
81.
Just looking a little flat on his stroke. Rob Cross, not convincing action. A much more forceful stroke at the moment for Peter Wright, and he gets the 3rd dart in. Keeping his form better at this stage, Peter Wright.
93.
Another big leg, isn't it? Right here looking to put some pressure on the Rob Cross throw, as you say. Just one break of throw behind.
Well, yeah, you know, if he can get that break of throw back here, then he really can start thinking about actually trying to get 2 points. I don't want to be too greedy, though. 1 leg at a time.
140.
That's a great
Peter
figure.
Wright, 164.
140 to follow the 140 of Peter Wright. 164. 105 average. 164 to draw level.
Deciding which way he wants to tackle this.
Again, a good last start.
106.
106. Finishes he was taking out 9 times out of 10 at the World Championship. And not here tonight in Newcastle.
Peter Wright, 64.
And the way Peter Wright's been finishing, the 64, you'd have to say, is going to get hit. It's double 8, 2 darts left. Double 4.
56.
Well, is that a significant moment as well? Should have been 4 apiece. Hang on a minute. Well, he knows. What a big dart. He knows too.
Game on.
Yeah, that was a big saving dart.
Just sometimes, well, more often than not, you would say, double 1 can be as sweet as a 170 finish.
Well, you know, as the 3rd dart in the combination, it's not such a bad thing to go for, because who cares if you miss it? In fact, if you hit a 1, you bust back to the double 4 left, so it's not such a bad thing. When you start off with double 1, then it becomes more of a mind game.
57.
But nonetheless, a very well struck and needed double 1 to regain his break advantage.
Yeah, but Peter Wright missing the opportunity to make it 4 apiece.
Well, I say regain, it was
60.
maintain it. He never did lose it, but it was very close there.
$125. 68.
Much better from Cross. He just looks much more at ease on the stage as well, doesn't he?
140.
There's no doubt after losing to Van Gogh, and he did feel the pressure last week against Simon Whitlock, but has responded well last weekend in the qualifiers for the UK Open, has responded well again here tonight.
Well, this leg, he's pressured well. They still have to hope for Peter Wright to miss 93, but he could secure a point here.
139.
Potentially. His left tops.
93.
Peter Wright, desperate for this.
Well, that was excellent from Cross. Double 19. That's the route he chooses to go.
79. Robbie require 40.
Gamble may backfire. Rob Cross here to earn his first point of the Premier League. And there it is! It's been a long wait.
10th leg is Rob to throw first.
Peter Wright
Game on.
can't believe that he's handed Cross the opportunities that he's taken tonight, but finally the world champion is off and running in the Premier League.